Zoe Camp is half white, half melanin. Baby face and a white gold tooth cap.
It's week 3 of the National Football League, and we'll see Kirk Cousins. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Vikings and the Chargers. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the L.A. Chargers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. It's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go. But they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they come in at an early crossroads here, facing a tough opponent on the road where a loss would make them 0-3.
And when you start that way, doubts really start to creep into a locker room, and guys start to battle each other instead of worrying about winning games.
From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Under center for the Vikings, out comes the former Michigan State Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
And he's off to a tremendous start here through 2 weeks of the season. Already 9 touchdown passes. Everyone wants to come out and generate a little momentum. He's done that and more, no question about it.
First play, here's Cousins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
A second down throw for Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Cousins now. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. They go play action. Cousins. Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So the Charger offense making its way out, and at the controls is the league's 2nd leading passer a year ago. At 25 years of age out of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes, because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now the 7-year veteran, Austin Eckler. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 24 carries, 77 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20 points.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow. That ball next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target. And now it's second down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, that is a confidence builder and a trust builder on both sides. And what I mean by that is coaching staff putting together a game plan, players executing it, now both of them are in sync.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. Back to the air. Herbert on second down. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Eckler diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. So important in this league to capitalize on the other team's mistakes. Here they force the turnover on the opening drive, then come right down and score.
And I would add that it's important to capitalize on other teams' mistakes early. That way, you build confidence for yourself and your team. You start playing a little more freely. And you let the other guys know we're prepared to play.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action now. Cousins. That's down the field for Jefferson. That's caught at the 25. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. First down. Here's Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. The Vikings at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that.
Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's Herbert. Keeps himself upright, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. DJ Wadham got off his spot quickly and got to the quarterback. Here is third and quite a ways. Draw play, it's Eckler, and he works free. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good game. Fourth down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott. Brandon Powell deep for Minnesota. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Taking it about the 36. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Off the play fake, Cousins. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Kenneth Murray able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He lets one go deep for Addison. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. L.A. set to take over again on offense. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Herbert. In trouble, and he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. Now 3rd down and very long. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. On the return is Powell. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and that will come the offense as they take over. Jordan Addison back out now as the Vikings offense set to take possession. He's already approaching 100 yards and has the touchdown. I'm sure on that opposite sideline right now, they're scratching their heads saying, all right, what do we do?
And the hard part is, even if you limit him to a short catch, he has that make-you-miss ability to take it for big yardage and put in the end zone again. So trying to blanket him is very difficult, but ultimately, you've got to find a way to put him on the ground, tackle him, and he doesn't make that easy.
They're struggling with that so far. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And that one getting close to halftime with the Falcons out in front. Drake London, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, it's off to Jacksonville to see what's going on with the Jags. And this one going the visitors' way as the Texans have the lead in that one. Tank Dell, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Aaron Jones has a touchdown on the ground. It was a strong first half for the veteran quarterback, Kirk Cousins. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission. Final adjustments being made in the locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half from Minneapolis. And for the call, let's rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Running on first down, Eckler. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion was away. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And now the 3rd down throw, incomplete as well.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
This will be fielded at the 17. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Vikings to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, Cousins. Pass caught here by Osborne. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Here's Cousins. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. He lets one go deep for Addison. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
Back to throw here, Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
From the 33, here's second down and 7.
Now it's Herbert. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Going to throw on third down with Herbert.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Herbert on first down now. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Herbert now. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
This is caught at the 20. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 60 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Cousins again. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon.
And the Vikings are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And it's now 21-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, it's Herbert. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this team.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So after the big play on fourth, here's first and 10. Herbert. Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. All three timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's first and 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown, Chargers! Josh Palmer, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And the football going back to the Vikings offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all three timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On second down, this is Madison. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Cousins. He lets one go deep for Addison. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he will have a Viking first down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. Back to the ground on first down. Here's Madison.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Here we go on fourth down. Bust through the tackle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Going to run with Madison again. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Vikings, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
I've been going hard from the night into the daylight, telling them all that yesterday's price is not the same price. Eating up what's for breakfast, I can tell you what it tastes like. Wake up and I see red and I still don't got no brake lights. Yeah, feeling super